Welcome back, awesome action toy fans and subscribers. I picked up two of these. I don't know what they are. It says Atlas. Atlas is a bipedal humanoid robot. Toys. Boxes are the same. There is a differentiation. Is that the word? On the bottom, it's got a tick by different colours, but it's supposed to be different toys, different models as well, or slight differences. Not much else on the box. Atlas is intended to aid emergency services in search and rescue operations, performing tasks such as shutting off valves, opening doors, and operating powered equipment in environments where humans could not survive. Same on both. A load of, it looks like Japanese writing on the bottom, maybe. Made from ABS. Maybe one of the Japanese readers could tell us if that's Japanese. Looks more Japanese than Chinese, but I don't know, because since I can't read either of them anyway. Not much else on there. Let's open them up and have a look. Scale wise, I've no idea, but the box is pretty big. So if I put like a Fortnite figure next to me, it's like double the size of this. So they could be 112, 16. I don't know. So let's have a look at what this first one is like. I'm assuming it's in the kit form, or maybe it's not. Oh, it's a lot smaller than I thought, but that looks pretty cool so far. Alright, so there are instructions, and you can see inside there, there's the robot. In fact, let me open the other one, see if these are the same. Maybe it's just the colour is different. This one's pretty better to show because this colour's got more contrast. Now if I hold him up there again, looks pretty cool, and get the instructions from this one as well. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is put these to the side, have a quick flick through the instructions here. Give me an extra set of instructions, let's have a look. Oh, that is pretty nice. Check that out. Like a spider mode with a shield, kneeling down with figurines. They're supposed to be very big scale anyway. No idea what figurines they are. It's the police captain there. And on this side just shows you some of the stuff. Very, very cool. Okay, these instructions, are these the same or different? No, this is different. It's telling me how to fold out, attach, transform, swivel, and do what. So step-by-step instructions with numbers. That's very helpful. What is this? A poster? Special Assault Team. The Special Assault Teams are police tactical units of the Japanese police. They are established in some prefectural police supervised by the National Police Agency. The SAT, Special Assault Team, is mandated along with the Anti-Firearms Squad and the Counter-NBC Terrorism Squad for counter-terrorism missions and incidents involving firearms or criminals which require an armed response beyond the capabilities of local law enforcement in Japan. Pretty cool looking poster as well. And I get obviously two of those since I've got two of these things. And are these instructions the same on this one? Yes, they are. Right, I'm going to move my fan. It's going to blow my instructions all over the place otherwise. Okay, so I will do the yellow one. Let's put this one on the floor for now, since the contrast is better and easier for you guys to see. And these weren't that expensive, so let's hope that they're pretty good quality. I don't know if the quality's going to be good, but they look pretty decent. Okay, those are like firearms, that's the shield. So I'm loving that face. Very, very nice. Like sort of CCT camera, like sort of, is that movie Chappie? Chappie maybe? Looks pretty cool. So this can attach straight to the back apparently. Okay, it's got these two things there. Like a step 1 if we want, okay. Step 2, we pull this down, oh, hello. And that one down. Step 3, we're going to roll these. Why are we going to roll them? It doesn't want to roll. Okay, like that. It would appear, no, that can't be right. The pictures are great, but it doesn't show where these grey things go on them. Because in picture 4, this picture 4, you can see the grey part in the corner here. But picture 5, they're no longer there. They've magically disappeared. So I'm not sure exactly how. Does it go behind there maybe? It's a possibility. Let me have a look again. It would appear that they do roll behind. But I can't see how that fits. Anyway, I'll come back to that part in a second. Okay, so that stays there, and how does that come around there then? Aha, I see. Or not, as the case may be. So once those parts coming up, so that must go behind. All right, let me take this part off. All right, I'm going to bore you to tears of this. Oh, no, I've got it to fit. There we go. There we go, they do fit behind. All right, I'll keep this part off for now. Okay. So parts, the legs come outwards now, and then these are going to swivel around. This is really quite confusing, like that way. Okay, I see. Then 8, the feet are going to come down. But the kneecaps aren't in a straight position. That doesn't make much sense. Well, so it's quite big, obviously, we can see already. 9 is the arms, which are huge. 10, the head and chest can come up. $12 is done. Okay, so the kneecaps are outwards facing, not forwards facing, which I think is a bit peculiar. But there he is, rather a big boy. You can turn the knees around if you wanted to go forwards, or can you not? You have to do that to go forwards, which is a bit strange. So that is a bit of a mystery. But he is a nice looking robot. Very nice looking robot. It's a shame about his legs not being, the knees not being in a forward position. They sort of will bend his legs that way, not that way. Look, like that. That's not natural. But that's what it is like in the pictures. In fact, this would work with obviously your 112, your 6-inch, because this guy here is, let's have a quick look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 centimeters. He is 6 inches, and it would also work with your 118 as a robot too, which is pretty cool. Okay, so the two guns he has can fit either side on his legs, which is pretty cool. They've got them either up or down, doesn't make much of a difference. Like thus. How does he hold his shield? Okay, his shield, you see the little slots on his can you see those there? There, on his arms. They'll match into the shield, so he can hold his shield with this being slotted in, or the shield can just go directly on his back, as was the instructions originally. Like this. And for him to hold the shield, there's no handle, which is a shame because he has got it jointed between his finger and thumb. He's got 3 fingers and a thumb, but the fingers aren't individually jointed. So this he can have his shield on like the top or the bottom, probably this side I would have thought. Now that is curious. He's got 2 of these, you can see there. 1, 2. But even though he's got 4 holes on each side, the 2 don't match to 1 and 3, or to 2 and 4, or to none. So you've got to have 1 in. That doesn't make much sense why they've done that. Right, so if you understand what I'm saying, you can't fit these 2 into 2 of those at the same time, which is a bit perplexing. Is there any other way for him to hold this? Okay, let me come back to that in a second. I see. So under his arm here there's 2 holes, which means he can have the shield in here, but having those notches there is still nice. Still nice. Okay, that's pretty cool and quite a tight fit. And he holds his guns. Let's have a look. There's a little hole in the gun, and his little thumb will go in that hole. I really like this a lot. I think this is a fantastic toy. Just those knees bending outwards. Now in the pictures here, they got his knees bending forwards as well. So how they got his knees to swivel around? They've still got the holes there. It's curious. There's loads more to. So these can actually come off as well. or come out. So there's more possibilities for pose in there. So if I show you this again, you can see that he can get his knees to do that. So how have they got the knees there? That was not in the instructions, and they've kept the hip behind. See, if I get the knee out that way, this part comes out, but this part is supposed to be behind. So how have they done that? Has it got to be... Well, that swivels there. That's going to be something for me to figure out in a minute. Okay, I'm going to pause this, figure that out, and I'm going to come back when it's done. And have a more of a pose and play it and show you. Back soon. Okay, I'm back and I've done the other one. As you can see, I've worked out how the knees go. You can actually twist the ball joint from the hip. Which is a bit scary because it's quite stiff. You can feel the plastic twisting, like, but it works well. And these are really, really nice, very super articulated. There is one issue which I'll come to in a moment, but I think these are amazing for the price as well. They weren't expensive at all. I can't even remember how much they were, but they were rather cheap. Very nice. It says they're made by E-Box style something, and what else was it? Mech FansToys, which I have to be looking up because I want to get some of those little men that you can see like in the bottom there. I don't know if they're from the same toy line or another toy line, but they look pretty cool. Okay, so out of the toys they have, they're all the same on these androids then. So the only difference is the color, and they have 6 colors. They have a green, well, I'll show you myself, no point in me just telling you. Like a green, a sort of a burgundy, a purple, brown, a very similar burgundy, and then the yellow, the mustard one here. Okay, so let's have a look at articulation. So, let's take his shield off. Well, that is quite stiff. There we go, and his gun as well. So head can go forwards and backwards. Boop, boop, boop. The back of the head can move up and down. It's on a ball, so he's got, you know, very good head articulation. The chest section here can come down, so the head can come down even further if you want. Yes, human, you are tiny. I am looking at you. You are insignificant. So let me see if I have something like, who's like, no, he's my Captain American, but his head can't go that far back. Like there. Okay, so really great articulation on the head and neck, which is fantastic. Shoulders, there's a forwards, backwards. There is an up and down. So if you go all the way, he can get his arms higher than me. He can touch his head with his shoulders. Bicep curl, he gets over 90 degrees, but not as far as me. And his arm can rotate at the bicep. Also, his arm can rotate at the top of the shoulder as well. But it's very stiff, so it's a bit scary to do that. Okay, then we come to the, bicep curl. It's a double elbow joint, so you can get better than me. He can get flat. I can't get flat anywhere near flat. Look at that. Okay, then wrist can rotate at the forearm. It can rotate at the wrist, and it's just 3 fingers and a thumb, which come together. Very, very nice. Waist, I think, there's even, look at that, I didn't realize there was a waist. There's even waist articulation from the back, which is slightly unusual, but good, because you can do lots of different configurations with these. Awesome. There's no forwards, backwards, or side to side. Full splits in the legs, no problem. Forwards, backwards, you can get a full splits, no problem. Kneecap. You won't get much tighter than that. Fantastic. Also the hip armor can do that. So you see his little leg inside there. There is a rotation. You can rotate this part here inside the hip joint. That's what I was talking about. Get the knees aligned straight. You can rotate. That comes out. But this bottom part you can rotate as well to get the feet aligned and feet. He has an amazing tippy toe. I mean, you don't get better than that. In fact, he can have negative tippy toe almost. Boop, 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 boop. His dorsal flexation is just ridiculous because, again, it's all the way. He's flat. There is no rock side to side. He can turn from the shin, I showed you already. And he has a toe joint as well. The toe joint can go all the way flat. And it can go down 90 degrees as well. These are super, super articulated. Really, really nice. Now, I said there's one issue I've come across, and I will tell you about that now. It's on their guns. So this is the right way up for the gun. You have like the sight on the top. You have the barrel. It's not a drill, but that's okay. But the guns are all one-sided. What I mean is the hole to hold it's only on one side. So if you want to hold it on the other side with this upwards, he's got to have his hand that way. Not that way. So just turn his hand around. Otherwise, it'll be upside down. So apart from that, I think these are superb toys. I really like these a lot. And they can work with your 118. They can work with your 112 scale 2. Okay, and there's so many more configurations you can discover. You know, seeing how that waist turns around like that as well is awesome. And we saw in the instruction part, they're doing like a spider configuration here, which is pretty cool as well. These are very, very nice, well thought out toys. I like these a lot. I'm glad I picked up two. Even though I thought they're going to be different, I think they are fantastic. I'm happy they're the same, actually. And a very great system with the shield, just plugging in. And again, he's got this nice little hole he can look through over his shield. These are great, great figures. Really nice. If you like your super articulated figures and you like robots, they call them mechs. Well, let's say mech lover toys. These are definitely something you'll be interested in, but I've no idea where you're going to find them in the West. I don't know if they're on Big Bad Toy Store or what. I've no idea, because I bought mine here in China from Taobao. Let's give a different pose of this one. It's also worth noting, let me see, if you put this shield on his right arm, again, he'll have to turn his arm around that way. Okay, let's do a quick size comparison just before I sign off and finish. So I showed you already with a 118, so let's put a Fortnite figure here. You see that they can work well. Over here I have got Cara Dune, Star Wars The Black Series, 6-inch version. Great figure, and I'll put such as the videos. If I put her there, next to them, you see that they scale perfectly well with her too. But But I think they probably work better with these smaller CI because they're quite thin and narrow. But they do work well for Star Wars too, for the Black Series. Great looking figures. I do highly recommend them. Okay, this is Awesome Action Toys. I am signing out saying please like, share and subscribe. I'll be back to more Awesome Action Toy videos for you. Stay happy, keep collecting. Bye-bye.